Baby face.
Oh, life alone.
Come to kill you tonight, no baby face.
Somewhere as he was stumbling along in life, he took a good look at himself and thought, my God, child, there's nothing quite like you anywhere else. You Dogler mulatto spiritual freak.
Halloween and the whole village was getting itself involved. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The people had stacked driftwood in a hollow square on the beach until it was too tall for a man standing there on another man's shoulders to add anything more. And then they all set about filling up the hollow centre with burnable junk, garbage, old newspapers, whatever was lying around that would burn. We kind of clean up the village every year this way. Every window had a scary black cat or a big orange pumpkin scotch taped to it, and the closer it got to being the end of the month, the more frantic the kids got in their search for costumes. Lady Chula was driving us all crazy. First it was a pirate, but she decided her legs would get cold in a raggedy bottom cut-off pants. Then it was a princess, but she changed her mind about that too. She was just about ready to tell her to go as a sack of spuds, and I had the sack to dump her into when Granny said, put her in 2 bits worth. A clown, she suggested. Everybody goes as a clown. Linchula shot that idea down in a rush. Going as a clown means he couldn't think of a real costume to wear. Not a circus clown, Granny corrected quietly. An Indian clown, like in the days before the invaders came. We didn't have clowns, did we? Linchula asked, already making herself comfortable at Granny's feet, waiting eagerly for another story. We had clowns. Granny smiled and reached for the brush for Linchula's long hair. Not clowns like you see now, with round red noses and baggy costumes. Our clowns wore all different kinds of stuff. Anything they felt like they wore. And they didn't just come out once in a while to act silly and make people laugh. Our clowns were with us all the time, as important to the village as the chief, or the shaman, or the dancers, or the poets. A clown was like a newspaper, or a magazine, or one of those people who write an article to tell you if a book or a movie is worth bothering with. They made comment on everything, every day, all the time. It was a clown who thought that what the tribal council was getting ready to do was foolish, while the clown would just show up at the council and imitate every move every one of the leaders made. Only the clown would imitate it in such a way, every little wart on that person would show, every hole in their idea would suddenly look real big. It was like if you were real vain about your clothes, all of a sudden the clown would be there walking right behind you, all decked out in the most god-awful mess of stuff, but all of it looking somehow like what you were wearing. Maybe you had a necklace you always wore and showed off. Well, the clown would have bits of bark and twigs and feathers and dog shit and all broken clamshells and anything else you can think of, and it'd be all made up in a necklace like yours. And if you walked a certain way because you were vain, the clown would walk the way you did, but you had on your best clothes. The clown would be in rags and tatters and all bits of fern and you name it, and the clown's hair would look like a bird's nest, all mud and sticks and crap, and everything you went, the clown would go. Everything you did.